Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is the Star Chronicles. My name is Troy Hill. We are joined by Lisa Lee. And we also have Kyle. And we also have the man of mystery, the Starstruck fan. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing well, doing good.
Yeah, you guys are feeling, you guys still on that Dallas Cowboy victory high? Victory, 31-28.
Yes, indeed.
So you guys are really on a victory high? Okay.
Yep.
I'm
Take
not.
them as they come. Come on.
I saw improvement. They did play probably the most complete game that they played this season, I would say. But still, at the end of the day, it's not enough for me to skip down the side of the street or anything. What's your thoughts on that, Lisa Lee?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm really torn because it's a hard place for me to be in because we need assets, and we all know how we get assets. So, it was cool to see that they could pull something together, I think, to maybe get a look for what you might have as options going forward, I guess. I don't know. I'm really torn because it's hard for me to root for a loss, but at the same time, we need assets. So I'm just kind of torn.
No, I totally agree with it too. And then there's like the other things people are saying that we actually have like one of the easiest schedules going in, ending the season. So that opens up a whole other door. It's like, let me go ahead and say, it's like we all, again, we all want our team to win. We all want them to be successful, but we're looking at the picks for next year. We're looking for the re-up for next year. I think we all can agree that the window is closing. A lot of people might not be able to see that, but this part of the window, much like with Tony Romo, much like with the Aikman era, the window is closing. So, it's kind of like a pie in the sky trying to drink in the Kool-Aid thing over this victory. And to me, but what do you think about that, Starstruck?
Kind of glad with the win. It was a much needed win. It's been tough for me to think about tanking. As much as I know we need picks and it would be great to finish in a top 5, it's just really hard to watch other games and see other teams winning, and we have to resort to watching our team lose every week. So I don't know about you guys. To me, I was excited just to see a win because it had been so long. What you're talking about, over a month or 4 weeks, I believe it had been since we last saw the team win. So just to actually see a win, it just felt good. I know there's much serious things to come up as far as for the rest of the season as what lies ahead. And we still, like I said, still definitely have room for a lot of improvement. But it was definitely good to still see, the team pull off this win. Like I said, I was one of those people that kind of held off on my pick on putting the thumbs down on them when I saw we were facing the Vikings. I believe I wanted to wait until the next week if we were going to have a show before I made my pick. I didn't want to do it prior to the bye week. But I just kind of had a feeling with Kirk Cousins. I don't know. I just really felt we had a chance.
No, I totally get that. But I think even with I think we all can agree that we saw promising things against the Pittsburgh game, correct? Of course we didn't win, and even pulling this game out. And again, there was like a lot of things that seemed like it improved. I'm no different emotionally from the loss to Pittsburgh and the victory of the Vikings. I saw the improvement that I needed to see, and I'm kind of okay with that, because at the end of the day, yeah, it's fine and dandy getting to the playoffs, but if you got an owner that's not going to build anything to succeed in the playoffs just to get there, to sell tickets, to sell merchandise or whatever, and get everybody on that pipe dream, it's just not, I don't know. I love the Cowboys organization, but that's like my hiccup with the Cowboys organization is just because I think there's a set of fans that just want way more for this football team. We want things done right. And I just hate having like this little like carrot held out in front of me and stuff like that. We're almost there. And then we never get to where we're supposed to be. What's your thoughts on that, Kyle?
Yeah, I agree. Like I'm so indifferent about this win. Like I'm honestly not that impressed. They beat the I know I said it earlier. They beat a team with a losing record. So I mean, that's they're all 3 wins are a team against losing records. Probably, I would say none of those teams are making the playoffs. So I mean, I honestly can't even be that impressed. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at this point, to think this team is really going anywhere, just give me the pick. You go out there and play, but at the end of the day, all I care about is that pick at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd rather be picking top 5 than win the division, get blown out, and be picking 16, 18. That's just me. I mean, I just like you said, this team needs help. I mean, the defense, they have 425 yards.
Mhm.
Kirk Cousins in the fourth quarter had a perfect quarterback rating. You know what I mean? Kirk Cousins. I know Troy is talking crap about Kirk Cousins. I mean, not Troy Starstruck, but like he had a perfect QBR in halfway through the fourth quarter. I mean, he was lighting his defense up until those last 2 drives.
Yes.
Cheeto, he sucks. Anthony Brown sucks. They let up 180 rushing yards, 160 all-purpose yards to Dalvin Cook. This team is, they beat the Vikings. I mean, I said I'm not that impressed. I mean, I'd say a win's a win, but it did nothing for me. Let's put it that way. Nothing for me.
Yeah. What else you got to add to that Starstruck?
I don't know. I hear what you guys are saying. I know it's the Vikings, but leading up to that game, nobody really was giving us much of a chance. They were saying that the Vikings were on a 3-game winning streak. Had they beat us, they would have been on a 4-game winning streak. They would have been at 500 and would have been competing for that division with the team that they've already beat that's in first place of the division because they beat Aaron Rodgers within the past month as one of those 3-game winning streak. And everybody can say, well, maybe the Packers aren't who they are because they lost to the Colts. I mean, it don't matter. We can sit here and trace this thing back all day long. At the end of the day, one thing we figure out, we still need to improve, but we know we're somewhere above the Vikings as far as where we are as a team, and we're somewhere just below a 10-0 Pittsburgh Steelers team that we competed with. So where we fall in between that, I don't know. Because they say you got the lower end of that where the Vikings are, but you competed with the Steelers who were 10-0. And so, I mean,
we lost to the Redskins, and they're 3-7. So are we above? Are we at the Redskins? I mean, that's a flawed logic. I mean,
that was before
the Redskins,
the bye.
we lost to the Redskins. They're
That was before the bye,
3-7.
before the watermelon smashing. We got to go before the watermelon smashing.
Yeah, all you got to do is have
So the new season starts out watermelon smashing. We want to know.
Mike McCarthy turn into Gallagher, and then everything works out. But I mean,
that's all I picture was Gallagher smashing watermelons.
or Dave Chappelle, Black Gallagher, whichever one.
Lisa,
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot about that.
help me out. Lisa, can you help me out? Am I on an island by myself, Lisa? Can you help me out?
Yep, you are.
Oh,
Yeah,
You guys don't know that? You don't know about Gallagher? Oh wow.
No. Wait, what was the island about?
Oh, I
being
meant about
optimistic?
this Cowboys thing of a whole.
I mean Gallagher.
The sun.
Now, see, here's the difference. I mean, we're just keeping it cool, Starstruck, and you're like the people at the ending of the Wiz and stuff, like dancing about a brighter day or whatever it was at the end. That's you.
I'm following the yellow.
You need to tap the brakes on that because you might be
Easing on down the
Thursday.
road. Easing on down the road.
But here's the thing. Like, here's kind of the reason I don't think we're at all close to the Steelers. Although the Steelers looked vulnerable again Sunday as well, but they played, and I get it. The outcome is what it is. A win is a win. Minnesota didn't play terrible, but Minnesota wasn't as good as they appeared coming in either. I didn't think. I did think we had a shot to win that game, but I don't think I think Minnesota is a better team than us across the board. Like 10 out of 10 times we might win. I mean, if we play 10 games in a row, we might win 2 of them against that same team. But it's one of my friends texted me on Sunday and she was like, any given Sunday. And I was like, you know what? That's true. I just didn't think it was true for this team. The thing I will say that I took out of it is I feel like they showed a little bit of fight. And that was the one thing that I took out of it, that I was like, well, okay, they're not totally just checking out. But for what though? I mean, I still go back to, I'm exactly like Kyle. I don't want to win the division and pick 17th, because the kind of talent we need on defense needs to be in that top 3, top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Are you calling me a loser? Or, I mean, what are we doing here? Because I can take the earrings off and we can go when we need to go.
I mean, ultimately, what do you think is going to be the outcome of this season? You know, kind of like sidetracking a little bit. What do you think? You think we're going to make it to the playoffs starstruck and win a playoff game?
Have we gotten that far down the agenda? Are we looking at the schedule, looking at the standings?
We are in the Eastern Conference, so anything's possible. That's another thing we talked about. You know, we are a victim of that. We are a victim of that.
We're talking about, we've got Washington. We've got the Ravens, who are looking pretty shaky right now. Dez is probably going to score a touchdown on us, but okay, if we still win the game, I care less if he's throwing up the X after one touchdown. But we got the Ravens, we got the Bengals, who just lost the quarterback I thought would destroy us, just because of the fact of we just let rookie quarterbacks that are, you know, whatever, beat up on us like that. But so you got the Bengals, you got the 49ers, who has probably more injuries than we have right now. Then you got the Eagles, and you finish the season out against the Giants. That's not a bad schedule. Could we possibly do it? Yes, if we don't turn into our normal selves and decide to have one good game this week, and all of a sudden we fall flat on our face again like we did the week we beat up on the Rams last season, then turn around and laid an egg on the Eagles the very next week with 9 points. So I'm not completely saying that, yes, we're there, because I need to see what we do, because I can't even think of the last time that we won 2 games in a row. So if we win again on Thursday, that's 2 games in a row that I have not seen happen in quite some time. And if we win it convincingly, I'm at least thinking that these teams that are coming up, we've got a good shot to go on a roll.
Well, I'm going to put it to you like this. If the Cowboys make it to the playoffs and they win said playoff game, I will not cut my hair until the beginning of the next season. I will not, when the next season for Star Chronicles, you will see, if we win that playoff game, you will see Sherman Hemsley. You will see George Jefferson basically covering Cowboys sports on the first episode of Star Chronicles. I don't think there's any remote shot. I mean, yeah, we can make the playoffs, sure, but then again, it's the East. I mean, I just think we just need to change our perspective that, yes, it's the reality of that we're in the Eastern Conference, but we handicap ourselves because there's other teams in other divisions that are way better than us.
Way better?
Know, I think so. I mean, Lisa said it before. I think Minnesota's still a better team than us.
Way better?
And I think they're better than
all teams right now. Yeah, they're way better. Yeah,
way better. Nobody's really
way better
up or down on
this. I'll put it to you like this. Don't be sitting there like, oh, you know, thinking that we're going to just steamroll the Giants and stuff, because the Giants might be. The Giants is another team that's improving offensively. I'm telling you, there's teams out there that can punch us in the mouth. I mean, yes, we're improving.
Who are we looking at? Who are we looking at? Because it's shaping up right now that, who can we say? Probably the Saints maybe are going to get the first round bye, perhaps. So that leaves the Packers. Who else we have? The Rams. I mean, there's really nobody really scaring me out there. I mean, the Packers, it's going to come down to a final play again with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, who is out there that we're going to face in the first round? I mean, I think we're going to face a team.
Can I chime in here?
A wild card team.
So wait, all right. So we're gonna go with this. So if we're talking about playoff teams, we're gonna go with teams that we beat this season. Atlanta Falcons, a losing team. Giants, a losing team. Bengals, a losing team. Vikings, a losing. These are all non-playoff teams. Eagles, non-playoffs if we make the playoffs. Redskins, non-playoffs if we make the playoffs. 49ers, a non-playoff team if they don't make the playoffs. So we're talking about the only victories we may have this season or against the crappy East, which everyone knows is the biggest joke in football, and other top 5 picking teams. That gives you confidence going to the playoffs?
Who will we play in the first round?
Come on. Oh,
Who will we play in the first round?
Did we beat a team with a winning record? Will we have beat a team with a winning record?
Who's
that gives you confidence.
Who's the wild card team in the first round?
Packers. Listen to Packers. Packers. Cardinals. Seahawks. Any other teams give you confidence?
Packers won't be playing us in the first round. Who's playing us in the first round?
You just said the Saints weren't playing us in the first round. So who's not playing in the first round? There's only one bye.
Saints are not playing
Packers
us in
or
the first round. Saints are not playing us in the first round.
So it's the
Packers
Packers
are not playing us in the first round. You got to look at wild card teams. If we win the division, we're coming in as a home game in the first round. Who are we playing in the first round? We're not playing the Packers. We're not playing the Saints. Saints are going to be on a bye.
You know for a fact we're not playing the Packers or the Saints?
Who are we going to play?
We won't play.
It doesn't matter. The Seahawks. It doesn't matter. The Seahawks. The
Hold on
Cardinals. The Rams. The Packers. Oh, with Dak Prescott, we hung in there. With Dak Prescott,
we lost by
7 points
when our only Seahawks.
With Dak Prescott.
I don't see.
Dak Prescott.
I'm still not seeing that difference.
Oh, I know. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a dick, but you had this team at 12-4, and now you have them rolling in the playoffs. Look at this team is. Be real. They have 3 wins against losing teams.
Seahawks.
I mean, dude, come on.
Seahawks have a worse defense than we have.
Oh my God.
I don't know if they're. I mean, I don't know.
It's being reported they're like 32nd in defense. Look at their scores.
And they have Russell Wilson, and we have Andy Dalton. They had DK Metcalf. We have Cheeto Awuzie. I mean, come on, man. What?
We will put up points. We will.
Right.
And we don't have to worry about the 12th man. We will put up points.
Jesus, do I need to have
the most optimistic fan I've ever met? I mean, Mike, are you planning the parade down in downtown Dallas right now?
You're saying the Seahawks is going to blow us out? You think the Seahawks are going to blow us out?
I'm saying there's no chance they're going to win a wild card game, a divisional game, an NFC championship game, and then beat either the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Chiefs. There's absolutely no way. They haven't even beaten a team with a winning record. They have not beaten a team with a winning record.
Did anybody hear me say we were going to win the Super Bowl? Anybody say we're going to win the Super Bowl? Because he's named AFC team. I didn't get that far.
Can we beat a team with a winning record? Can we beat a team with a winning record first?
It is quite
before
possible.
We get a playoff victory.
When do we play a team with a winning record?
One shot. That's Baltimore. That's it. That's it. One game. That's Baltimore.
So if we beat them, does that change anything?
No,
doesn't change my opinion. No,
not for me.
My God, I mean, dude.
I mean, they could have beat the Steelers last week and stuff out the other week, and I'd still be the same way, you know. I mean, just wouldn't make me change it. We've been here 10 zillion times, you know. What did you have, Lisa? I saw you raise your hand.
I don't even know. I don't even know. No, I do remember what I was going to say. The thing about it is, if we were full staff, there's not a team in the NFC that scares me right now. There's not. The team that scares me right now is us because we're not at full staff. The defense is terrible. I mean, if the defense that we saw on Sunday, the first half of Sunday, played the whole game, then we would have blown them out. But it doesn't. We will play whoever comes out of the West that doesn't win that division. It's most likely it'll be Arizona. They kicked our ass. So, man, like I just don't. I don't see that there's any way we go past. Now, don't get me wrong. My prayer tonight changes because I want to see Troy's hair grown out. So I'm for sure praying for that first round win because that alone would be worth it. But, you know, again, it just, to me, we need way more help than even a first round win doesn't it. I mean,
yeah, it's still like a pipe dream. You know, it's just like.
That's the Garrett era, a first round wild card win. That's it. I mean, that what's the whole, well, we might as well stuck with Garrett then, for Christ's sake. If we're going to accept a one wild card win every 4 years, I mean, is the team getting any better? I don't know.
I don't think it is. It's just, I just think the window just keeps closing, you know? Andy Dalton. Anybody want to talk about Andy Dalton? I really don't.
Wow.
I mean, he didn't play. I don't think he. I mean,
It was okay.
He
It was
is-
Yeah,
solid.
I don't think it was bad or anything, but
he was very Andy Dalton. He is who I thought he was.
yeah. Anything else on Andy?
He came in clutch. He won. I mean,
Yeah.
the pressure was there. With how many yards did we drive down the field? We had a 4th and 6. Ain't nobody trying now. I'm not trying to give Amari Cooper no credit. He came in clutch on a 4th and 6, made a nice catch.
Well, he decided to show up one time on an away game. So no, I'm not really gonna give him much credit because he still kind of proved the point that we've been saying for weeks that he's non-existent, maybe showing up once in a great while. So no, not really. Cooper will be gone after this season. I still stand by that. Book it.
That's a lot of money you're throwing out the window.
Huh?
It's a lot of dead money.
It gets to
A
the
lot.
point where F it.
Yeah, I don't.
That's just what it gets down to after a while,
I don't think he'll be gone after this year. I think he will be gone after the 2021 season.
Yeah, probably
That's
so.
Yeah, I don't see.
We want to talk about running back Zeke Elliott. First 100-yard game of the season was this week. We going into week 11. Week 10. Definitely had some pep in the step. Tony Pollard, nice touchdown run. Not going to be sucked into the Kool-Aid because, again, it's Troy Hambrick reincarnated. Thoughts, Lisa Lee?
I mean, I was happy. I mean, because I love Zeke's mom. If y'all don't follow her on Twitter, you should. She's incredible. And so I love her. So I was happy for her and him and their, but I think we may have talked about this before. Like, I don't 100%, I get it. I know we've talked about this. Like we're judging Zeke against his contract. And that's just the nature of the beast. And I get it. But I don't 100% blame him for no 100-yard games coming in, but I thought he played well, and I like the 2-back set. I think it spells Zeke, but I think it just gives a different look because Tony's just he's just a different player than Zeke. So
yes. Mm-hmm.
But
What's your?
One more thing. Sorry. The one thing I did see is what we talked about last week about how it felt like he wasn't running with as much patience as he did before. And you saw it specifically on that one play where he was hesitating and he waited just that split second and then that just opened. And then it was just, it was almost like that's exactly what we had talked about. And it was like the Zeke of his rookie season when he ran with a lot of patience.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, it's a trick, playing running back 10 zillion years ago, being patient, it is hard because you got people coming at you trying to tackle you and stuff. So you kind of want to just try and get down the field and haul ass down the field as quick as you can and not wait on anybody. I mean, I used to get yelled at my coaches all the time for not waiting. The reason why I probably ended up being a successful running back, maybe be a fullback, which was fine too. But the number one Zeke hater on the show, Kyle, what was your perspective on
I mean,
Zeke Elliott?
I can't. I mean, I'm supposed to be impressed that a guy, a top 5 running back at 100 game. I mean, it's nice, good for him. He finally got 100 yards. I guess that's the gold standard for a guy of his caliber. So I thought that he looked like he was running harder, I guess, but 103 yards. All right.
Well, what's your thoughts on
I can't be impressed with a guy who's supposed to be doing this on a regular basis, getting it once the first time. I was like, it's all right, I guess.
No, I understand. I
I don't know.
totally understand. What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Starstruck?
Well, we know what the difference was. He looked like he was running better because the line was put together a lot better. And we keep saying he shouldn't have to, he should be a talented running back where he doesn't have to rely on those guys. Unfortunately, that's how he was birthed into this NFL, behind one of the greatest offensive lines. So that's just pretty much how he's been groomed. And you saw when the line looked like it was anything decent, everybody realized the line was better put together this week. And he did pretty good. And another thing I had been saying, if Zeke's having a bad game, you have got, or whoever your star player, which Jerry Jones announced that Ezekiel Elliott is our best player, by the way. So if he is the best player, you have got to find a way to get him involved. And how did they do that? By scoring a touchdown on a screen. You put Zeke out wide, you find a way to get the ball in his hands to get him going. If he's not getting it going on the ground, then you throw it to him. After he scored that touchdown, it looked like it opened up things, something in him that then started even having him run a little bit harder with some more passion. But you get the ball in the hand of your playmaker. And I don't recall if we're going to get to Kellen Moore on here, but that's what I was impressed. He found a way to get people involved, and most importantly, the players that needed to be. If you can't run the ball, throw it to him and let him score, and get those line out in front of him and get a block and get him in the end zone some kind of way.
No, I definitely agree with that. To a certain extent, but I'm still kind of wishy-washy on screens and bubble screens with our football teams. This seems like it works and it's so successful at every other team in the league, and it just doesn't work with us like the other teams do, So, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's like you see other football teams in the league do stuff that you think that your team can do, and they try and implement it and put it together, and this, I mean, we've talked about screens. I mean, out of how many screens and how many bubble screens they ran and stuff, we get one touchdown now. So
that was before
I'm kind of like in the Debbie Downer mode of Kyle now at the moment.
Before the watermelon. Before the watermelon. And remember, after the watermelon.
AW and PW.
No, well, before we get into the play calling, let's just talk about the receivers real quick. That catch by Mr. Lamb was outstanding. I don't know if it's going to be worthy to be like the greatest catch of the season or anything by anybody, but that was a lot of body movement and body control in that catch.
A lot of twister. He played a lot of twister as a kid.
What's your thoughts on the catch, Lisa Lee?
I cursed out loud when it happened. I literally said "Holy S," and because at first it was like, oh, like it did not look. And I'm so used to those not going our way that I was like, oh, okay, incomplete. And then I looked up, I was like, oh my Lord, and it just. The body control, even the Jonathan Vilma was the one calling the game, and he was like, you don't understand how hard that is. Like, he's falling, he's twisting, he had to turn backwards, and it was incredible, and it was everything that he was built to be. And the fact that he's on this team still makes me giddy. I'm not gonna lie. I love him.
Yeah, 47 receptions so far for the season, and that's actually a rookie record of beating Bob Hayes. Yep. And that's a Cowboy great. Cooper had a fourth, say a game, a down saving or series saving catch. That just makes them all worth it all of a sudden. I will say Gallup had some drops that that kind of irritated me. I mean, I did see that, but I'm looking at the value and just the money between the two things, and I gotta go with ultimately Cooper being bye-bye. But Lisa, yes.
Okay, but it goes back to what we've talked about before. It's like this. It's like a pairing. You can't have one. I mean, if one of those is not on this team, it is automatically a detriment to the two that are left, because that's what, and this is where I'm going to say Star Trek is not on an island by himself, because without Cooper's presence there, you have to respect him, whether he doesn't show up on the road or not. You have to respect his talent, and that automatically opens up more lanes for Gallup and CeeDee, and even the tight ends for that matter. So True. You can't, that's not statistically, that's not like something that's going to show up on the box score of the stat sheet or whatever. But I don't know that I know he had two catches. I'm talking about Cooper. They were pretty, I mean, the one obviously was on the fourth down, but then there was one before that I thought was pretty significant. And I get it. Again, we're judging him based on his contract.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I would rather him be on this team than not. I just don't think he will be after 2021.
Yeah, I wonder what his paycheck looks like, where it says it's like, he gets one check showing paid for the 8 home games he shows up for. I wonder if he gets a bonus for showing up for that one away game on the check. Kyle, what's your thoughts?
On what, the receivers in general?
Yeah.
Well, they had a solid game. I mean, I thought overall they had a solid game. I mean, it was CD's catch was, the camera angle, the way the ball was trajectorying, I thought it was going to go out of bounds 5 yards. So the fact that he made that catch was, it was amazing. Like I said, all the angles, the throw looked like it was so far off. But I thought the receivers overall had a good, like I said, if you counting, Schultz and the rest of the receiving group, they played well. I mean, they played solid.
Overall, Yeah, I thought overall.
Yeah, they were solid. Yeah.
I mean, and just let me say something too. I mean, I'm not trying to bash Cooper. It literally is just a money thing, really with me. And I mean, if it means anything, I think Cooper is way better than Dez Bryant is, if that means anything. If you kind of want to know how I like kind of grade both players. I mean, Cooper could actually run a route. So that's nice. Let's hop into the defense, the overall assessment. What did you guys think? Ben don't break?
I don't think we're quite there yet. Yeah, we're not there. There's a couple of times we broke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we actually should have lost that game if not for the game-winning drive. If you think about it, we gave up a touchdown where the defense really needed to make a stop. They didn't, and so kudos.
Yeah, that last
for everybody.
Yeah, and that last series, was that more the Cowboys crazy good defense that last series, or was it just the Vikings effing up?
Well, no, it's 100%. It's the Vikings, because Justin Jefferson, who I adore, he's an LSU guy. I love him. Had he not dropped that pass, he's got wheels. And if he didn't score, I mean, if he didn't go take it to the house, he would have gone a long freaking way, because there was nobody going to touch him. Nobody on our defense is that fast. Mm-hmm. So had he not dropped it, it could have been night-night.
Mm-hmm. Your overall thoughts on the defense, Kyle?
I mean, like I said, they gave up a lot of yards. 420, gave them a lot of rushing yards still. And like I said, the secondary, Awuzie and Brown, they're just not good. They're not good. Yeah, I know. I don't know. The secondary needs help. I thought the defensive line played a little better. But overall, the secondary is they're awful. The secondary is awful.
Yeah, and Cheeto, I just don't. I mean, after having that, I thought he had a pretty good rookie season. I thought he was heading in the right direction. Did I think he was going to be Pro Bowler or anything? But I thought definitely he'd be serviceable. But I don't know if he's just been completely just shell shocked from just getting torched. But that guy has not been right since his rookie year, and I don't know what it is.
Same with Brown. Yeah.
Brown had a great rookie season too. I see Brown with his head turned around or not turning his head so many times. And it just seems by the time you get to an NFL level, that's something that just you automatically do. You should just be just pre-programmed to do that type of stuff. Waking up in the morning, brushing your teeth or whatever, and do it. It's just something that you automatically do. Or you wake up, you go to sleep, but you're still breathing. You're breathing air while you sleep. That seems to me how natural, knowing that you're covering a man, you can sense the ball coming, to turn around and look for the ball. But I don't know. What do I know? What's your thoughts on that, Lisa Lee?
Yeah, it's dumb. I mean, I do think, we're talking about the secondary. I think Donovan Wilson has flashes in the pan of he's not a good cover safety at all, but he's come up and be a hybrid linebacker safety, which is we're used to that. I mean, we've seen that in the past, but if his only job is to lower his shoulder and get a turnover or two. I mean, that's more production out of the secondary than we've had in the past. So, like, let's roll with it. It's,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's the answer, but you want you definitely want to have several players like that has like a knack for trying to get some turnovers. But then again, I might be going ahead of myself. But then again, we've mentioned his name before in the past and stuff. So maybe that is who he is. What's your thoughts on that, Starstruck?
Well,
Or do you think you don't think we're looking for another strong safety? We're just like done. I remember seeing that.
he's not the answer, but he is a answer.
Yes.
Yes, I think he is a strong safety that is much needed to generate turnovers on a team that thrives the more opportunities that the offense can get. If he's going to bring that through stripping the ball, blowing somebody up, then I'm all for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what it does, it really shows me where I know where you guys are coming from, saying you'd rather have a top 5 pick, because it would really be nice to get a free safety. Because if anything, I'm realizing you're really noticing now that the defense is playing a lot better, you can really hone in on where the vulnerability is. And is at the cornerback position and is at the free safety. We need another cornerback, and Diggs is out, so we know he's coming back. So you got to do something with that other side, whether it's Cheeto or replacing or whatever. But that free safety position has been a constant. We saw Xavier Woods drop another interception that was a chance, hit him dead in the hands. And that's another thing that you've got to have. I think if we can get a free safety lined up, let Donovan Wilson be our Jamal Adams or whatever in the box type of guy, and you put somebody back there that can roam, we're in business. The thing is, we have nobody back there to roam. Xavier Woods. So therefore, the score is going to continue to be high. We're going to continue to win games against good teams, because that's our vulnerability, is that secondary right now. We got the front, we got the middle, but that back end. Oh my goodness.
I don't know about the middle yet. Because we you're talking about linebackers, correct? We need to get,
LV, Jalen, still don't know where he quite is. Whoever's out there, maybe it's just all LVE, because things are just looking a lot better with them wrapping everything up. So I don't know who else is helping him, but maybe it's Donovan Wilson on the other side. Somebody else is giving him some help in that middle.
Yeah, I think Donovan Wilson, I don't think he'll be at the level of like a Jamal Adams or anybody like that, but I definitely think he is potential to be above average in a sense, and he probably just needs that, like you said, that complementary player. Maybe it's not that. Maybe we don't need like these crazy superstars, but maybe we just need to have cohesion. Like some people that complement everybody's skill set. And Jalen Smith, God love the dude. Again, amazing story. I'm so sick of seeing him make mistakes down on the sideline, like that guy's like waiting to be judged on Dancing with the Stars at the end, and he's done dance. He's like listening to the coach talk. Man, I'm just sick of. I'm sorry. He just go. I had that sale last weekend and stuff trying to sell players, and man, I still got Jalen standing there, man, in the box somewhere, man. Someone please buy him and take him off my hands. Kyle, what's your thoughts on just the whole strong safety, free safety thing? I think what Starstruck's saying makes sense. I'm not on board with Donovan being the potential or has the ability to be a Jamal Adams or anything like that, but.
He's the best of what you have to work with this year. You know what I mean? Like, when it's off season, you're always looking for talent acquisition, 365. So, if let's say he grades out as a C player, look for a B. You know what I'm saying? And that's nothing against him, but like I said, we're talking about Xavier Woods. Like, okay, so if you can live with Wilson, but Woods, in my opinion, he's an F. He's terrible. Like, give me an average, give me average free safety play from a that's average, and I think you have a decent combo. You know what I mean? I think you could be okay back there, but Woods is awful. He's awful. Like he got it. So you have to look for upgrades for both positions, really. Like I said, but Wilson, I think he's the best of what you got going forward this season. Which is not bad. I thought when his number has been called, I thought he's played pretty well.
Well,
So-
here's an interesting.
You know, it's-
Well, here's an interesting question because now you guys are talking about grades, which I think this is like an excellent question that I would like your opinion on all. You know, if you're running your organization, okay, you got 11 people on your staff, and you have options. Would you rather have like 2 or 3 A's and like a bunch of C's, you know, filling out that, maybe 1 B, or would you rather have like a bunch of B's like all the way across the board? Or would you rather have a combination of C's, A's, and B's? Because it just seems like with this football team, it's kind of like A's, and then it just like completely just like drops off, you know, like you were
D's and
saying, like
F's.
it's D and F level. So nothing ever averages out where it can be like successful or cohesive. I mean, I think I would try and just my philosophy would be for a team improvement was to at least try and make sure that I got everybody, you know, at least B's going all the way across the board. I mean, I don't need to have like an all-star quarterback. I can have a bus driver with a bunch of B's and stuff, and I could win a Super Bowl. I mean, it can be done.
Yeah, I think for me
What-
it depends on the position. So like
Mhm.
if you're like a D tackle, you don't have to be an A. Although I would like to run that experiment with an AD tackle. We will never get to because
Yeah,
that's not a
seriously.
philosophy here. But like D tackle, I think you could go average to even, I mean, obviously we're rolling out there with maybe even a little below average right now. Linebacker, I think you could have a combination. I would like to have one really, really good one and then one kind of average. But where you're most exposed is on the outside. And I don't want to have below average on the outside. So I don't think you can, you know, and on the offense, you could have a bus driver, but you know, I just think you have to have it all depends on the critical nature of the position to determine what grade you're going to need.
No, that makes sense. What's your thoughts on that, Starstruck?
I'm gonna say on the front, you lead at least A's or B's on that front line. Because if you have A's or B's getting to the quarterback and putting pressure on the face, you could probably get away with B linebackers and maybe even a C linebacker. No, when it comes to
It's
coverage,
it's possible.
yeah, C's gonna be because you start getting into coverage, linebackers having to cover. And if there's a C, they're probably not a good cover guy. But I tell you what, you can get away with the C cornerback if you have at least a B or an A safety behind him. I mean, you can go back and look through history of your Ed Reeds, your Ronnie Lotts, and all these other top safeties and try to name the cornerback that was in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
You probably can't. You can go to the Seattle Seahawks. You don't even have to go that far. Let's go to Legion of Boom. And you name, you know, the safeties other than Richard Sherman. Who is the guy on the other side? I mean, quick. Can't name him. But I'm saying
Byron Maxwell.
Yeah, it took a little while.
Cam.
It took a little while. Yep. He's probably not even in the NFL anymore. But
No, he's terrible.
you know, yeah. But just to say that you can get away, like I said, and I would not qualify him as being a B cornerback. He was at least a C. If you saw Dez and any of our guys when they had good plays, it was usually on Byron Maxwell. You know, every now and then we got Richard Sherman, but for the most part, we targeted Byron Maxwell. And you can do that if you've got B and A's backing him up at the safety position. So you've got to have A or B at the front, and you've got to have B or A at the back to be able to get away from with some extra C's in the middle.
True. What's your thoughts
Problem is,
on that,
Jerry,
Kyle?
they don't. This organization, I agree. The problem is they need to invest a first-round pick on a safety, not wait for the 5th, 6th, 7th round. Guys who played in the MAC conference, or you know, some guy coming off 8 years of another team who's on a 1-year deal. They need to invest. All those guys you named are Hall of Famers, high-round picks. Palomalus, the Reeds, the Ronnie Lotts. They weren't just 6th-round guys from small schools. And that's the problem with Dallas. They place no value on safety, and it shows. It's been showing for 20-something years now.
Yeah, well, they've had a bit of luck with those like lower level picks and stuff over the season and stuff. So it's just like a lot of
But not a
good
safety.
things. Yeah, well, not safety, but there's a lot of.
Not winning only 2 playoff games in the last summer area.
Well, I'm just talking about
Houston-
players. I'm not talking about like the actual win part of it. I guess if that makes
So
sense.
they-
I just think there's been a lot of things that happened to Jerry Jones that makes them think that everything's going to be okay. Oh, I found this guy here, so I can certainly find another one in the 5th round, and so it'll happen again if I roll the dice. Just keep it. It's like he's like in a casino with like draft picks and stuff.
But
You
who
know,
are those people? Who are those people he's relying on saying, I've done it before, I can do it again? That are those 5th and 6th round people? Who are? Please tell me who those guys are.
Dak Prescott will probably be the greatest quarterback in Cowboys history, number one. Larry Allen was drafted with a 3rd round draft pick.
I thought we were talking about safeties. We were talking about safeties.
Oh, I'm not even talking about safeties.
We can go to those positions. We can go to those positions because we still don't have a 1 playoff win with Dak. I mean, I love Dak and respect him, but name me somebody that's made me think we did great with that. I mean, last I checked, he's still up in the air with a contract right now. I mean, we keep saying, oh, we're in love with him and he's going to get signed, but he's still not signed, regardless of how we love him and think he's playing. He's still not signed. So we got to name somebody other than that, that's still up in the air with a question mark right now, that we've said, Jerry, you really came through in this 5th and 6th round pick. He's still doing it, other than a kicker or somebody like that. I mean, we got to name somebody. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. Here's why investing a top 4 or 5 pick in a defensive back, whether it's corner or safety, matters. I will use Cleveland as an example. And this is the reason I picked Cleveland, is because the same guy that's CeeDee's agent is also Denzel Ward's agent. And that draft, when Denzel Ward was drafted, they predicted him to go like between 6 and 10, and he went 4th. And everybody freaked out. When you get a chance, go look at his measurables in the game. They call him the Warden. And that tells you everything you need to know, because he single-handedly can disrupt the flow of an offense by himself. He has like in the game on Sunday, and I can't even remember who they were playing on Sunday. He has
Eagles.
Oh yeah, well, never mind. I take it all back. But even like before that,
yeah, because I don't know if the nickname thing's not working for me neither. Because we got somebody called like the American Werewolf in London, LVE and stuff, and I don't think he's lived up to it.
But
the where whatever he is.
but his nickname, it fits. Like he has. But even against the Eagles, like our defensive backs don't have these kind of statistics where it's like, he's got like 6 quarterback knockdowns and like 2 forced turnovers, a tip pass that ended up in a pick 6. I mean, like, he is worth that 4th round pick, and that's why it's worth that investment. Sorry, I'm off my soapbox now.
What you got, Starstruck?
Diggs had 2 picks on Carson Wentz, and Donovan Wilson had a strip sack. So yeah, guys look good against Carson Wentz and the Eagles. I mean, nothing to take. Ward is good. Ward is good.
But his isn't just. It's not just against the Eagles. Like he does it every single week.
I agree. I do agree. But the comment you said, against but the Eagles do make people look great, even better than what they are too.
Did we beat the Eagles?
That's what I was about to ask.
One of those teams you lost to, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't make us look very great.
Well, we had Ben DiNucci. I mean, you're going to compare that to what the other teams had that beat the Eagles? I mean, we remember that was the game we had the play calling, all the reverses and everything crazy going on. Yeah, it wasn't Diggs and those guys' fault. They looked good. I mean, I said against Carson Wentz. Ben DiNucci didn't play against Carson Wentz. He was on the offense side of the ball.
Yeah, that was the game that Benny DiGennaro. What's his name again? DiGennaro Pizza. Yeah, Benny. Yeah, whatever. Benny Ballerino, whatever.
DiGennaro. It's not takeout. It's DiGennaro.
I mean, just sling it in there. But we got the Thanksgiving game is going to be right around the corner here. Matter of fact, it's going to be here tomorrow. So I want you guys to go ahead and make sure you click the subscribe button and make sure you click the notification button.
Not tomorrow.
This episode will be posted tomorrow. So in essence, when I said it would have been technically tomorrow.
Sorry for ruining the myth. Sorry for ruining the magic of television.
Thumbs up or thumbs down on this particular game? Let's go with Starstruck. Yep, he just walked on out of. He just came right out of the Wiz and stuff. You know, he's walking with that thumb up with Nipsey Russell, Diana Ross, and Michael Jackson dancing in the background. Why? Why? I'm good. I mean, is it because of it's the Redskins or the football team?
Basically, they're the NFC East. I
Okay.
think we're playing better. We tend to play good against the NFC East. We do. And now I think we're playing better football, even though that was one game. I just think it's going to be in our favor. We're playing Alex Smith. He's a decent quarterback, and I take nothing away from him. But we've had some pretty close games against Alex Smith. He's kind of in that realm for me of Kirk Cousins. And yet Washington really, they don't scare me a whole lot. Really it was us, not them last game, if you ask me. The turnovers, the couple of fumbles, we don't do that stuff. It's a different ball game. That's me. Now, if we come out doing that stuff again, then yes. But I don't think we're going to have an ugly game like we had the last game. I think it's going to be different this time.
Okay. All right, Lisa Lee, you raised your hand there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm just going to go back to the 7 losses. It was us in every single one of them. It's not y'all, it's us. But I feel like we are still taking the field on Thursday, so it's still going to be us. So the only thing I will say, the one thing, and we haven't touched on this yet, but we're, everybody knows what, everybody by now has heard what went on at the start of the day. And so I think us collectively, like we're all sending out, prayers and good vibes and good wishes and hoping for, I think according to Twitter, the family got on Twitter a little while ago and was like, we need a miracle and we need lots of prayers. But anyway, for the strength and conditioning coach. So
yes. Mm-hmm.
The thing about this week is I do feel like that something like that happens at the facility, it affects the whole team. Everybody seems to love him. I think there will be an extra kind of energy, maybe kind of a tribute, let's win one for coach kind of thing. So we may have a shot. But I'm not confident enough to put my thumb up.
It's Washington. How
Well,
hard can it be? How hard can it be?
Out of the 4, we're currently at 1.5. But what do you got? What do you got, Kyle?
Come on, Kyle.
I mean, it's funny because you keep putting like Kirk Cousins and Alex Smith in the same category, right? I got a feeling those teams are saying it's Andy Dalton. Come on, you know what I mean? Like Andy Dalton's in the same category as Kirk Cousins and Alex Smith.
The Vikings aren't saying it.
I bet they were beforehand, and I bet the Redskins are saying the same thing. Like, it's like we're playing with Dak Prescott. You know what I mean? It's Andy Dalton. You know what I mean? Dalton and Cousins and Alex Smith, the same quarterback. You know what I mean? They're the same guy.
Mari Cooper. Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, you didn't say CeeDee Lamb and Mari Cooper. You said Alex Smith. You said Kirk Cousins. But I'm just saying.
You haven't named anybody else with Alex Smith on Washington's team. You got McLaurin.
He's a top 5. He's a top 5 receiver right now.
Yeah, but he's the only one on the team. And their defensive line. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, all I'm saying is it's like we're sitting up here with Russell Wilson and Pat Mahomes, the quarterback. We got the same quarterbacks as those guys. So. Yeah, I don't think that puts us over the edge. I mean, I don't know. I'm 50-50. I mean, this can go either way because I think Redskins defensive line. I mean, we saw how many times did they get on our ass last time? I mean, they threw Connor McGovern around on Connor Williams around like a rag doll. I mean, thank God Terrence Steele is not. Yeah, thank God Terrence Steele is not playing because he's awful. But so I mean, I don't even know. I'm with Lisa. I'm like, I don't know. We fumbled twice in the first how many minutes of that game? We were down, already got completely off the game plan. Those fumbles don't happen. It's a completely different. We just never. We put Andy Dalton in a fast.
But they did. but they did happen. And you can't guarantee me they don't happen again. You can't guarantee that. I mean, that defensive line, those guys, you don't think they're going to be going for Zeke, that ball?
We're not getting swept by Washington.
I know that's why I agree. Like, it's hard to see us getting swept by them. So I can see us splitting series, but I agree.
You all are saying we're going to get swept by Washington this season. That's what you all basically said. We're getting swept.
I haven't picked yet. Starstruck. I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
I'm sorry, Troy.
I said this game could go 50-50. That's what I said. I said they could go 50-50. I mean, I don't feel strongly either way. I don't feel strongly either one of these teams.
I'm terrified of Washington's defensive front. That's it. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we've seen good defenses before.
Where?
7
Pittsburgh.
times.
Week 1.
We've seen them 7 times.
We'll be okay. It's Washington.
Did we lose week 1?
We'll be okay.
So we got Starstruck for 1.
Did we lose week 1?
I'll take close game. It'll be close. We'll win.
All right.
It's close. I don't see
it. We are playing at the Death Star and stuff. That's what we call it here in the DFW area. Some of you guys don't know, and plus we're going to have the home field advantage of
30,000, right?
Like posting the phone, half the fans they're gonna be paying attention to the game because they're gonna be posting pictures of themselves on InstaWeb saying this is a lifestyle. So, oh god.
Watermelon. You
want to see me smash some fruit? You were 50, and I'm gonna I love you guys and stuff. You guys are great people, great friends and stuff. And
thank you, Troy. Welcome. Thank you. Come to my side. Thank you, Troy.
And Starstruck, I'm sorry. But I'm not gonna be joining you on this boat this week. I'm just gonna kick you on off to the water and I'm just gonna say we're going to lose. I'm not even going to be 50-50. So
it's going to be good. Yeah. It's going to be good.
I hope I'm wrong. But, I also got to start predicting in my benefits. So I'll sit there and be on like Sherman Hemsley for the premiere of next year's show. So
I'm by myself.
Oh, I pray. Now I'm praying for a first round win. Please, Lord. Please, sweet football gods. Let me get a first round playoff win for no other reason but Troy having to grow out his hair.
And do the Amari pork chops too.
Yeah. Do the Amari pork
chops.
All the way down. Like a little like the CEO and founder of Black Enterprise magazine. Yeah.
We can win in the first round.
Wait, say that again real fast.
We could win in the first round. There's no team other than the Steelers right now that's undefeated. They can lose.
I'm not falling for the bait. I'm not getting sucked in. A 6-10 Cowboys team is not winning in the first round. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not getting sucked into this argument again.
Okay, this is a first time for everything.
Yeah, no, you're right.
First time? Yeah, first time. This is the first time. Yeah, it would be Okay.
Well, this is how confident I am. If we get to the second round, I'll buy everybody on this call tickets to the second round game.
Well,
okay.
With Troy's fancy hair.
I'll even throw in the gray George Jefferson suit, and I will watch the game and talk about nothing about just all about dry cleaning, and I'll say Wheezy several times. That's about it. So I don't know. I'm gonna say we're gonna lose. So people can hate me. I don't care. So what? I'm lost. You're win. You guys just don't know. So what does that put us like? Well, I don't even know what the numbers even look like at that point. What we're going to do is we're going to end up basically tying this game. That's what's going to happen. That's what it means.
Did Dallas practice? Did Dallas practice yesterday at all? They had like walkthrough or anything, or?
Yeah, yesterday they did. Not today though.
And tomorrow will be a walkthrough tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just I don't think. Yeah, today everything was canceled this morning.
Yeah,
'cause
everything,
That
yeah,
happened at like
yeah.
7:30 this morning. So
Yeah.
there was even no media
And that's got,
access.
yeah,
Yeah.
that could be a factor. Who knows? Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, but I mean, we'll have to see. But we're just about out of time. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning into the show. Hope you guys enjoy your Thanksgiving. Friends and family, please be safe out there. Wear your mask. And thoughts and prayers go out to Marcus Paul and his family. Make sure, hopefully, we'll see where things will go. Because they still haven't reported like anything really that's like happened to this point, right?
They said he was on like life support right now, but that I think a lot of that maybe have just been as a stabilization measure. I don't know that for sure though. It was like the daughter had tweeted and then basically saying stop the rumors. But even some of the players had gotten bad info in the beginning because Lyle was the first one that I saw. Yes. And he said rest in peace. So like even the info that they were getting was not good. And so but like it's that kind of thing can wreck shop on your entire organization, especially across the board, no matter who it would have been. But I think in strength and conditioning, that affects every single player on the team, today was, I think, a sad, all the reporters even reporting on it seemed really shaken up. And so, definitely thoughts and prayers out for that family.
Okay. And would you like to say so long to the people as well, Lisa, because I'm doing the final turn?
Yeah, just like you said, Troy, like enjoy your day and try to, stay safe. Cases are going up like crazy and I'm skipping a wedding on Saturday and it breaks my heart because of it. But I can't take that risk. And so, love on your loved ones that are close to you and just take care of yourself. And that's it.
Okay. All right. Very, very good stuff. What do you got, Kyle? Any final words to the people?
Yeah, just happy Thanksgiving and enjoy the game on Thursday and then enjoy the games on Saturday and Sunday. So relax, enjoy the weekend.
Perfect. And what do you got? Starstruck.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there in Cowboys Nation, and we get to celebrate being in first place for a few days before something happens on Sunday, because we're gonna win Thursday. 4-7.
You see how sad that even sounds? Starts 4-7. All right. Well. Anyways, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Go Cowboys and be safe out there. Boop.